Recording in.
All right, okay. Well, beginning, let me share my screen. All right. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
All right. This is just an introductory section to tell you what the drive of the program is, what are your expectations, and then where are we trying to go from here? What's the aim and objective of trying to learn WordPress? My name is Michael Zonia. I'm a freelance IT support specialist. All right. So journey. All right, so here is it. What is website? Should be our first discussion. What is a website? Because we really want to know what is a website.
Your screen is not in full. We can only see the can you put the slides in full screen?
All right, sorry. You cannot. All right, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
What's the problem? What's the problem?
We can see your slides, but it's not in full. It's not full screen. There's a yellow banner on the screen.
Yellow banner on the screen.
Yeah, new GIF and stickers and slides, something like that.
What he's trying to say is just click on button.
You can just click and got it and leave it, get it out.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
Just click on button to go.
Yeah.
Then put your
Thank you.
PowerPoint on the full screen.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Is it okay this way?
Yes.
Perfect.
All right. I already said this is just an outline, so you just want to have a overview of what you are getting into and where we are going to from here. What is the website? Many people have many definitions, but I just want to go to clear straight to the point. A website is a collection of web pages. So I, as a business person, I really want to tell people what I'm into an e-commerce or I'm into any kind of business. You can talk about that. I want to tell people this is what I do. This is my aim and objective. This is my goals. This is the value that I have to offer you. So I didn't need a website to reach an audience beyond the physical business that I do. So website is a collection of those pages that tells a story about a business. And every business that really want to go wide, you to utilize the online space, which is creating a website to tell people their story. So this website has a collection of a home page, a about us page, a contact us page, because every business wants to tell people this is how you can services. And people go to the point of using a blog on their website to also tell further stories, research studies, or to give a case study about what their business is and is currently working on. So a collection of these web pages that tells a story about a certain thing or to showcase what somebody does, whether be it product or services, is what is a website. All right, so I hope you're still with me. Hello?
Yes.
All right. So what is a WordPress? A WordPress is a content management system. When we talk about content management system, we talk about what enables us to achieve the above mentioned, to showcase our products and services, for us to do it in an easier way without stressing ourselves of knowing certain programming languages, like you do know JavaScript, Python, whatever. So for us to be able to do it the way that we do it, no code development process. Familiar with our drag and drop options that we use on a daily basis. We are familiar with these things. So we want to use it without trying to know the core basis of the languages used in developing it. We want to be able to get this website set up easily with what we already know without stressing ourselves of the long time it takes to learn a programming language. So WordPress enables us to achieve this. And the most interesting aspect of it is it is an open source. Anyone can use it and customize it to the way in which they want it to be. So WordPress gives you the structure, it gives you the format, it gives you the code blocks that enables you to customize your website. So if you don't want to go through engine of what makes website work, then WordPress is an alternative for you. It's not the only alternative in a content management system. We have other content management systems like Wix. We have Wix, we have Joomla. There are so many of them, but why WordPress? Why should we choose WordPress? WordPress is powering most of the website that we see in the internet today because of its easy nature to learn, of its easy way to customize it to meet our end goal, to be able to build a website or a blog or an e-commerce or whatever you want to do online that has to do with showcasing your products and services. WordPress makes you to be able to use that or easily get that done. I don't know whether you are with me.
100%.
Hello.
Yes, we are with you.
All right. So what then?
With you.
All right. So once you have gotten a glimpse of what this WordPress is all about, how can we use it to make a website? How can we use WordPress to make a website? Many of us are used to Canva apps for design. Many of us are used to editing apps. We take a lot of photos and we edit them to our taste and to our preferences. The same thing is what is obtainable with WordPress. You use that to do or navigate, add contrast, add pictures, add images, add content, where there's the way you also do in other photo editing apps. You can obtain the same thing or do exactly the same thing with a WordPress. And not to confuse it, that when we talk about this WordPress, how to get started with it, we talk about two variations of WordPress.org and WordPress.com. WordPress.com is the commercial version of WordPress. What do I mean by commercial version of WordPress? Is the WordPress that you pay to make use of. That is, you use them as a hosting service. That means all those pages you want to be in your website, all those about pages, all those services, products and services, all those images you need to send to the world to see what you do or the business that you run. So there is a provision that makes it possible that all these things can be online and people from various countries can see them. And that provision is what we call hosting. That thing that makes it possible that I write a document and everybody can view it from any different part of the world is called a hosting. And WordPress.com is that hosting services that you pay for in order to help you to host these files that you have. At first, when we really started, we have to join billions of computers. That means my computer have to be 24/7 on for it to be able to showcase what is in my system to various people from different parts of the world. That was how it really started. But can your system, that's your local system, have the capability to keep all those images, all those things that you want to talk about in your business to show it to people 24/7 access with constant power supply and everything in between, network, 24/7 network, storage capacity, and efficiency, workload, all those things. Can your system be able to do it? I doubt if anybody's system can be able to do it, our local PC. So WordPress.com is a commercial version that helps you to host those files because they have the capacity, they have the system that enables them to keep your files safe and secure without it being hacked. So WordPress.com is that version that you pay them for them to host your website for you. That doesn't really mean that the WordPress itself is not free. If WordPress is that file, those collection of those files, because you might not have the ability to create those static structure that you see on a website, such as the sidebar, the homepage, the contact. You don't really know the screen size. You don't know the screen size, who is using laptop, who is using this to access your website. WordPress itself is a content management system that helps you to eliminate the need to know those things. What are the screen ratio that a person is using laptop? So you have to create those images so that the person using laptop can view it the same way as the person that is using mobile devices. So WordPress.com eliminates those things, those things. Your own is just to make edit, and WordPress makes it available in different screen sizes based on your choices. So the only thing that you have to do with WordPress, which is a free content management system, is to make things or put it in place, and it helps you to walk through. Just putting what you want it to do for you, it will then do it for you and showcase it in the way you want it to be. So if you want to get that structure, if you want to get those pages that you can easily edit, you want to get those already made templates, that means things that you can edit to your specific one, that is where you go to WordPress.com, which is a non-profit organization. It's an open source. You can take the content, you can take the files and modify it according to the way your business works or according to the things your business offer. That is why you will need WordPress.org. WordPress.com is when you want to do hosting and you want to showcase your website to the whole world. But if it's to work with the files, that is WordPress itself. It's free, and you can get that WordPress.org in WordPress files in WordPress.org. Why WordPress.org enables you to get your content that you have to edit and be able to produce your website. WordPress.com gives you the ability to host your website online so that you don't have to go through the stress of keeping your computer 24/7, having networks for people to access what you have in your computer. So WordPress.com is not the only hosting web platform. We have other hosting platforms. There are many of them. It all depends on your needs, your budget, your cost, and everything in between, the kind of thing that you want to. WordPress.com is just an alternative to other hosting websites. This is where you are going to store all those your files that you edited, all those files that you customize in order to create your website. It is in WordPress.com that you store them. I don't know if anybody is with me. Have I lost you all?
We are with you.
Yes, we are with you.
All right. So how do I get started with this WordPress? Having known that WordPress is an easy to use content management system, I can edit whatever I want to do, put everything that I want to do about my business. If I want my logo to be up, it will be up. If I want it to be down, it will be down. If I want people to know what I do each and every day in my business, I can tell them that story. How can I get started with this WordPress? How can I be able, because anybody can use at the basic minimal level of education, primary school can use a WordPress website, can create a website with WordPress. So how can I get started with this WordPress? All right, so I don't know if you are still seeing my screen. Are you still seeing my screen? Hello?
Yes.
All right, so how can you get started is the topic of contention. All right. All right, sorry. So you head over to wordpress.org. Are you seeing my screen?
Yes, we can see
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Yes.
Can anyone see my screen?
Yes, you can see it.
Before we move on, I don't know what kind of device each person that is on this call is using to learn WordPress. To be honest, using phone, it works. Most people I know started off with it, but to be honest, it's not sustainable. Over the long time, you get frustrated. So getting a laptop or having one or borrowing one is good to get started with the training. I think that for now. Hello? Are you seeing WordPress.com website?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So what we need to do here is primarily to get that collection of web pages that we need. That thing that will enable us to bring our website to bring it to life. That is what we want to get here. That file, as I told you, is free for any person. As you can see at my mouse hovering, you can see Get WordPress. Once I go to WordPress.com and I will download that file. And that file said download WordPress 6.4.2. That is the latest version of WordPress. So people have done the groundwork already. People who are self-led development of things, easy to use things, making the world better, are doing their work to ensure that these files are maintained over a period of time, contributing to the security, to the page organization. Even at times, starting with this, we enable you to go through because even if though I didn't want to. So I had to learn it. It was easy to use. And from there, I saw myself learning some programming language like Python. So how to code those structures. But that's not our basis. How is to get this file, put them to order, and get it started. I hope you are with me.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to click on download WordPress. So downloading from my system. It has started downloading. It's about 24.8 MB, right? 24.8 MB. So I'm downloading that. All right. As I already said, these files enable you to see a lot of stuff to be able to put your WordPress website in check and to get it started. So what do we do after we download this website, or what do we do beforehand? There is what we call, I hope you can see my, sorry. I hope you can still see my slide, right? Hello?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
We can hear you. We can
on
see
get,
you,
all right, on getting started, I mentioned, who has their mic on? Please, once you speak, you can mute.
okay, almost sorry. Sorry, I'm the one. Sorry.
All right, so
You have the power to mute everybody, please. Can you just mute everyone of us so that we'll not even have the power for mute?
You can unmute yourself, Michael.
We didn't get what he said, please.
sorry, I can hear you. I can hear you. I said,
Okay.
I've told you how to get started with WordPress is to show you how to get that file that we need, the WordPress.com, and it has finished downloading from my system. I don't know whether you are seeing it. WordPress 6.4.2 is in zip format. So I've downloaded I've downloaded the WordPress. But it's not just enough for me to download this WordPress. It's not just enough for me to download that file that contains a collection of web pages that can easily edit. What makes it possible for people to see what I am doing, or for people to see my website from all over the world? It is through particular concept, which is domain name and hosting. Domain name and hosting. Domain name in the online space specifically identifies you as a person online. Just as all of us here have something peculiar to us, like what we all attended school, we had reg numbers, and that reg numbers is a unique identifier because any person in different part of the world can answer your name. You're the same name, I've seen it before. Your exact name comes from the same city with you, comes from the same locality with you. The same name, your three names all at the same time. I was able to experience that when I was in secondary school. So that name is not even a unique identifier, but a registration number is a unique identifier in every institution because only you have that reg number. So even if they are to call two people that have the same name, Michael, for instance, also or Michael, Edi, or whatever. So the difference is they will now say, who has the reg number 20701060 something. So that reg number identifies you. The same way in the online space, there have to be something that identifies you as the core owner so that people can easily have access to you. People can easily call you up at any time and you have to show them what you have to offer. And that thing that is unique to you is what is called domain name. That is why google.com is a domain name. That is why Microsoft.com is a domain name. That is why different apps that you see online or you use, Canva.com is a domain name. It is peculiar to them. You can never see anybody that has that the same name. Canva.com, they can't have it. So once anybody wants to know about you or your business, it has to come through that name, your domain name. It identifies you in the online space. And this domain name is in numericals, digit, but that's not what we are going to talk about today, nitty-gritty details of the domain name. But all thanks to the domain name system, that makes it possible that we can understand from the naming system that we are used to, wordings that we are used to, that you can call canva.com and somebody can easily enter it in their website and see what is being talked about and see the content. So for us to be able to start or get started with WordPress site or to build a website using WordPress, you have to obtain a domain name. And there are many companies that sell domain names that makes it possible for you to be able to purchase domain name. And those companies, one of them is WordPress.com. We have so many of them, Bluehost, we have DreamHost, we have a lot of them with their different offerings, telling you some people offer 70% of all those things are things that you have to go through and learn by yourselves. You are going to see, okay, if I'm to start using this domain name, what are their offerings? What security do you have to offer me? Or those things are things that we'll still talk about as the lectures goes unfolds. So the domain name makes it possible for you to get that unique identifier of your business. The way you have a unique identifier of your business offline, you also have a unique identifier of your business online. Then hosting itself is where it was made it possible for you to store those files that should have been on your system online. Those files that you want to have on your system, like the way that we downloaded this WordPress web document that has a compendium or has a collection of all web pages that we need to build our website. So the same way we have to also host it online. And that thing that makes it possible is hosting. Companies sell those hosting to people. So the two things that are in demand is getting a unique identifier. Maybe you want to open a business that has to do with Choco Butters Limited. You can say chocobuttersltd.com. That gives you a unique name. So for you to have that space that you store your images, you store this WordPress site, you can edit it, and you can make use of anything that you want to do online, you have to get a hosting space. You have to pay. The same way you have a storage device in your phone, or you have a memory card that holds content in your phone. Because if that phone didn't come with a memory card, you can't be able to view those files. So hosting is what keeps your file online for people to access it, no matter what the file content might be. Domain name is what points people to what they can be able to access your file. That is to say that domain name is linked to a hosting site, is linked to a hosting. Domain name is linked to a hosting. Domain name, unique identifier. Hosting, what enables you to store those files. I don't know if you are all with me. You can still drop your...
Yes, we are with you, sir.
You.
Okay, I'm seeing your comment. All right, so as we have done a good work, I just want to make this short so that we stretch the point so that we all can get started. At your own leisure, you explore. I love to just think that the best thing you can do for someone is to show them the way and they explore. So they explore and then go beyond whatever that have been given to them. So the only thing I'm giving you is the way forward. So in as much as this domain name, hosting, local host, okay, hosting, I've talked about domain name and hosting. Another thing I want to talk about is the local host. The local host enables you to do that thing that you are supposed to do online, like the hosting and the domain name that you are meant to use online, to be able to do it in your computer, to be able to build that website in your computer. That is what localhost enables you to do. Bringing in that thing that happens online, that files that you see online, google.com, you open it, you see different things. Canva.com, you see those templates. Bringing it to your own computer and doing it well so that you can also transfer it online. So you can choose to work online by getting a domain name and a hosting, which makes it possible for everybody to see what you are doing, what your website is. Or you can bring it to your own computer. And that is what you call local host, hosting those WordPress. Like I have downloaded this WordPress, setting it up in my local computer, and nobody will have access to it until, or have access or privilege to see it until I bring it online. So I can choose to work offline if I'm not yet ready to get a hosting or a domain name online so that people can see what I have. I can decide to do all my learning, all my setup offline, and then be able to take it online. Most times, local host, building on your local computer, that is what is called local host, building a website on your local computer, everything that is only accessible to your local computer, makes it easier to learn for learning purposes. So that when you enter into your main online, which is buying a hosting and a domain name, you can be able to do those things that you practiced offline, online, because there is no more different. I think that one of the things I can show people that a local host so that they can begin learning their activities immediately, if not anything, to show you the way forward from now, how to do it on your system, even if you don't have the money or you are not yet ready to commit, you just want to get a hands-on learning experience. That is why the last part of our training is navigating cPanel or local host setup. Are you all with me?
Yes,
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 we are with you.
we are with you.
So let's get this to the practical aspect of the whole class to give you. I don't want to just talk about the whole talk. Let's get practical about the whole situation. All right. So for me to be able to remember this thing I highlighted, domain and hosting, I have not treated on how to do it online, how to tell you how to get started on a local computer for learning purposes and for people that wants to get their hands on starting today to navigate their path. Are you with me?
Yes,
Yes.
we are with
So
you.
na
Yes, sir.
navigating cPanel. For me to be able to host a WordPress website on my own computer, that means it's not accessible to any other person. There is two things involved. First of all, I have to set up what we call a XAMPP, a server on my system. And one of those servers is to enable that thing that you see happen online. For you to be able to have access to your files and whatever online, you type canva.com and it will point you to the document. You click on, I want to create a flyer. You start creating flyer for people that have used, or you type a search bar in your google.com and it gives you multiple results. For those things to be possible on my own local host, I have to set up a server that makes it possible for that thing that works online to work on my computer. And one of those servers, there are many servers. We have XAMPP, we have WAMP, we have a lot of them, but XAMPP is the recommended one for this setup I chose to do. Are you with me? So I will go to XAMPP.com. Okay, I think I need to. You are still seeing my screen, right? You are still seeing my screen.
Yeah, we cannot see the name, XAMPP, the spelling. Okay, all right.
I've typed it, right?
Yes.
All right. Sorry. I think I. All right, so go to XAMPP.com. Let me enlarge this for those that are using phone. So go to XAMPP.com for those on their system better. That's where maybe I can tell you how to do mobile setup, though that is pretty not that good. So this is the XAMPP.com. Have you gone to the website?
Yeah, we are there already.
Hmm.
Yeah, we are here.
Why is my own showing me something else? All right. Sorry. You can easily.
It's also showing me the same thing it's showing you, sir.
Okay.
S new media.
All right. Sorry.
Okay, we should write the download the XAMPP, right?
Download sound. Okay.
Download XAMPP, sorry.
Okay.
Download XAMPP. I can still paste. Let me paste the download link on the chat section so that you don't have to stress yourself. I think that works well. So I have pasted. Yeah, apachefriends.org/download.html. I've pasted the link on the chat section. I think it's for everybody. I pasted. Have you seen it? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Have you?
Yes.
We are connected, like me now, I connected my phone while I'm using my laptop separately. So
Hello, who is making noise, please?
I also have same thing here.
I'm using my phone for the class while I'm using my laptop for it. So,
the same thing. I have the same situation with you.
Do you have this screen here?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
I'm trying to download the last one, which is 64 bits.
Yes, if your system is 64-bit, download the one for 64-bit. If your system is 32-bit, download the one for 32-bit.
I can't find 32-bit, sir. I can't find
32-bit is there now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You have not seen 32-bit?
No, sir. I only see 64 for Windows, and I'm using Windows. Please, if you can see 32-bit, let me know.
Okay, that can be set out later. Maybe we can check that out together later. We can continue the class.
Download. Yeah, see there now. You need the one to type it. I see 32-bit there.
I've gotten the link. I think I should paste it.
For 32-bit, sir?
Yes, I've dropped the link for 32-bit. XAMPP for Windows 32-bit. All right, so for those who are still with me, who just mute your mics, please. Like, hello, can you still hear me?
Yeah, now, yeah, you're good to go.
So once you
Yeah, we
click
are
on
with
it,
you.
it downloads. Huh? It starts downloading. It's 144 MB. Once it's finished downloading, huh? I don't know. I already have them set up in my system. Huh? Are you with me? I'll still have to send a documentary on this. Huh? Are you with me? I'll send a content on that. So I could quickly show you something. Huh? Are you all with me? So
Yes,
you
thank you.
download this and install it the way you do normal installations now. Once you click on it, it's open. Remember to also download this WordPress file that I downloaded already. Yeah? Are you with me? Are you with me? Download the XAMPP, install it, then download that WordPress file at wordpress.org. Download the XAMPP at apachefriends.org. These two links. Huh? So as I've downloaded that WordPress.org file, I think I need to share my screen on what I'm doing in my local host so that you all will see. You are still seeing my screen, right? Hello? Are you still seeing my screen?
Yes, yes, yes,
My file explorer.
yes.
All right. Okay, you can see my file explorer. So I go to my downloads. I told you I've already installed the XAMPP on my system. There is no need. This is the WordPress file. I don't know whether if you all can see where my listing is. It's a zip file. It's a zip file. The only thing I need to do is to unzip this file. I right click and WinRAR for it. So I'll have to do extract files here.
Anything. Is it just
I
me?
think it's network issues. Let's give him some minutes.
Hello, can you all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello.
We can hear you. I think your network is
We can hear
shaky.
We
you.
can hear you now.
All right. That is where the what is it called again? That is where the major part of the work that you are going to do today comes in. The work is this, that you are going to download the XAMPP, install it on your system, download the WordPress.org file, and unzip it. These two documents are needed for us to get to the second part of our lectures in installing WordPress. So in installing WordPress should be the next part of it. I just wanted to show you the two websites where you are going to download the needed files. Installing WordPress proper so that we can start the editings and working on our website. The installation of WordPress is our next lesson. If you are with our curriculum, you would see it there. That's our next phase. But our assignment for this little session that we have today is to download and install.
But we can't see your screen again. No.
Oh yeah. I opted out from my screen. Sorry. I said I'm already done with what I wanted to show you, like how to download the two necessary files, which is WordPress.org and XAMPP. So I'm done with that phase of it. Huh?
Okay.
That is hello. That is why I dropped. That's why I dropped the link for you all so that you can download it and then get it ready. Please, it's very, very essential that we are all on the same page by next time so that we'll install together on our local computer. Then, God's willing, I think they'll be providing a domain and hosting. We also show you how to do that online in the next class. So the next class is more of practical than words. So if you don't have these files ready, you will be lacking behind. So please, the assignment is download the XAMPP and install it. I didn't need to teach how to install it. It's your own assignment. Installing means clicking on the file once you have finished downloading it and following the on-screen instructions. The way you install app on your phone and the way you install app on your system, that is the same way you install app, XAMPP app. After downloading it, you click on it, follow the on-screen instructions. So do that, and then the WordPress, download the document from WordPress.com, download the XAMPP server from aperturefriends.org. That is the assignment to get us installing WordPress by the next class. I'm still going to repeat this thing, an overview of the downloading and installing to local hosts in the next class, just in case you aren't able to figure it out on how to even install an app like XAMPP on your system. I'm still going to go over it in the next class and provide you some resources today so that you read it tomorrow and then do the needful. Then we start, I think Wednesday should be the next class. I think I should drop it off for now. Any questions, I can attend to it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
What time is the next class? What time is the next class?
Michael, are you the one taking the next class?
You can answer the question.
No, are you the one taking the next class?
Yeah, I don't. I think you said on Wednesday.
No, are you the one? Are you the facilitator for Wednesday?
No. I shouldn't be unless I will come in for him if he's not feasible for him. Then I'll come in.
Okay. I will put up a poll. Sorry. I don't like a certain time where people would not now show up. Although this is, we have over 70 people on the group now, and only 21 are here. So I will put up a poll on the group. Let's all agree whether 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. All right. So the highest vote takes the winning time. So I'll put it on the group right now. Is that fine?
Sorry, please. Are you saying between 6 and 8 is the polling time? Because I mean, some of us might miss the full time. That's why I'm saying. And we are present for the class now.
I don't understand you.
I mean, you are trying to say that you want to put up a pool to set the time.
The best time. To suit the best time, right?
Yes, so that we can all agree. We can not for the next class now, for the rest of the training.
For the rest of the program.
Yes, so that we can have a timetable. I want us to set it by ourselves so that we can come by that time that we chose.
Okay. Does it mean for every class we'll be sent a mail to a link to join the class? Is that
We're already on WhatsApp group now. We're already on WhatsApp group now.
Okay, don't worry. We'll communicate it. Don't worry. That's fine. We'll communicate the rest on WhatsApp. I don't want the recording to be too too long. So I will send the recording to the group later once it's ready on Zoom platform. So let's continue talking online on WhatsApp rather. Thank you everyone for joining in, and let's ensure to keep up with the attendance till the end of the training so that we can work on very amazing projects. All right. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful time.
Thank you
Good
very
night.
All right,
much.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good night.
Yeah.